But besides debate, like when you're in class and the teacher is talking, do you feel more like you can ask questions in Canada?
Definitely. You can just ask question while they're talking, but like, I noticed that in Korea, well, if you ask question while they're teaching, they hate it. They hate it.
And in Canada?
And they like it.
They like it. Did you notice that too?
No.
No, in Canada, you were a bit younger when you were in Canada too. What grade were you in?
6 to 7.
6th to 7th grade?
Yeah.
So, were you able to ask questions?
No.
No? Nothing? Never?
Never. It's not because I'm smart. I just nervous to.
Okay, you didn't ask questions.
Yeah.
But other people in class could ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna be surprised. Like, whoa, like that's such a different experience. You could ask all these questions and you nothing, but yeah, you didn't ask questions because you were shy.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because you're a shy person, or because you come from the Korean education system, so you weren't used to it?
Korean
education system?
I think it's challenge to speak up
in class.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to just having
just
to listening
yeah.
and being quiet in class.
Yeah.
Was there anything that really impressed you in Canada, or anything that you really hated in Canada?
I think Korean people surprised how they can be loud.
The Canadian people can be loud?
Well, no, not Canadian, American.
American people? We'll get to that. How about you, Matt? Do you have anything in Canada that really impressed you or that you didn't like?
There is teacher that speak bad word to us. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between using bad words in Korea and using bad words in America, I think. Because in Korea, bad words are considered very disrespectful. In America, some bad words, not all of them, but sometimes, are considered more playful. Yeah. So a teacher might use a bad word to the students, not in anger, right? But like, just like, hey, I'm a cool teacher and I want to have like this relationship with you. Whereas in Korea, they really want to have a big separation between teacher and student, right?
Right.
Like, they're the teacher, you're the student. Whereas in America, in Canada, the line isn't so clear. It's like, okay, I'm a student, you're the teacher, but like, I'm gonna joke and use bad words with you because we're fun and cool and like, right? Yeah. So was that shocking when they did that?
Yeah.
Did you have that experience too?
No, not in Canada.
Not in Canada, but in America a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. So do you have any advice for anyone out there who's thinking about going to a similar kind of program in Canada or trying to go overseas? Like, what could you do to get ready for it? What did you not do that you would recommend for someone? Or what did you do that really worked for you when you were getting ready?
First, I think definitely speaking. You should able to speak a little bit at least. Well, if you get there, you can just learn naturally without studying like with book.
Right. Yeah, that's the definite advantage to being there because you're just surrounded by it.
Yeah, and think you should before you go to other country, you should have some idea about what they like and then comment. So if you want to talk with other like Canadian or American friends, you should have a common thing to like. So
like knowing maybe what kind of games they play or like what kind of sports or like music.
Yeah,
their culture. So you can listen to it before, and when you get there, you can be like
talk with them.
Yeah. Hey, I know what hockey is, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're gonna get bullied.
Yeah. Did you have a good experience with friends when you were in Canada?
Kind of.
Kind of? But it was a little bit harder for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any advice to give?
If you guys or anyone who is a quiet person, just pretend to be a loud person and go to them and play each other, so they can get friendly with them.
That's actually really, really, really good advice. In English, we call that faking it until you make it. They say fake it until you make it. If you're a shy person, then it's really hard to pretend to be like a loud person. But if you keep pretending and keep pretending and keep pretending, then eventually you'll become that kind of person. So if you're a shy person, that's great advice. Just try to pretend that you're not shy. Push yourself, and eventually you'll get better.
Yeah.
When you guys came back to Korea after living in Canada, were you surprised about anything in Korea? Like, did you see things differently? Was something?
Well, like in Korea, like convenience stores and things are all around, everywhere. But in Canada, I have to walk 20 minutes.
20 minutes
to go convenience store.
You're lucky. I've lived in places in America where you would have to walk like an hour or more. Oh. So like the only way to get to a convenience store is to drive. So yeah, that's also one thing that surprised me when I came to Korea. So like when I was going places, like I'd go to the park, go to the beach, go to like the middle of the woods, and I think, oh, I have to pack everything I need and take it there. But then like you get there and there's a convenience store.
Yeah.
In the middle of the woods. Like it's just everywhere. Right?
Yeah.
What surprised you?
I wasn't surprised at any point in building or anything. I was surprised that first my friends who got really taller between 2 years, they got before I went to Canada, they were around 150 something.
Yeah.
But
and then
after when I came back, they were 1.70 m, blah blah blah.
One of the hardest things about being a teacher is especially when you're not a super tall teacher, is eventually your students get taller than you. Yesterday I met one of my students that I hadn't seen for a while, and he is maybe 10 centimeters taller than me now. And so I was like, oh my, I'm short. After coming back to Korea, then Ryan, you went to America, right?
Yeah.
And so now you have all of the experiences, right? Korea, Canada, America. Yeah. So just why don't you first tell me a little bit about your experience in America?
In America?
Yeah.